Hello, if you're starting out in business and maybe you're thinking of growing a business, then here are 5 lessons that you absolutely need to know to make sure that you have as smooth a transition as possible. My name's Azur Factual. I'm the campaign director for OnizuMedia, and people come to me when they're looking to get more customers from the internet and grow their business. If that's something that sounds good to you or something that you'd like help with, then simply go to callazoo.com, which you can see scrolling below, and you'll be able to book some time in my diary. I'll sit down with you and help you for free and come up with some strategies and techniques that you can use yourself in your business to actually get more customers. So without further ado, let's get into the content. Oh, and by the way, if you're enjoying any of the information that I give you throughout this video, then please do give me a thumbs up, because it does help me to know to make more videos like this. And if you know anybody that might find this information useful, then please do let them know about this video. So lesson number 1, if I were to go in a time machine and go back and talk to my sort of younger self when I was first starting out in my business, then these are 5 lessons that I would have learned. I specifically was looking at getting into the world of property investing and doing property management. So I'm going to use that as the basis as I move forward, but you can see how it's applicable to you and your business. The first thing is to identify what your actual goal is, your end goal. Is it to have cash flow? So perhaps you're looking to have something that replaces the income of your current situation. So maybe you're working a 9-to-5 job, you don't like it, or it's the writing's on the wall, that type of thing. So you're starting up another business, like perhaps property management, property investing, and you have to understand really what is it the thing that you're trying to do. Are you looking to get cash flow so you can replace your income, or are you looking to have a legacy? Something maybe you're looking to have larger chunks of money coming into your life so that you can either, perhaps you're a family person, maybe you're looking to send your children to university, buy them their first house, get out of your situation that you're in, pay for medical expenses, or perhaps set up something that's going to bring in larger chunks of money that you can give and pass on to your children later on in life. So have an idea of what is the goal of that. Now, specifically with regards to property, there are a whole number of different strategies that you can actually use. Some are more focused towards cash flow, and others are more focused towards asset appreciation. So once you have an idea of what strategy that you're going to use, then you can kind of start focusing down and putting markers or milestones down that actually help you to hit those kind of goals. So that's the first thing, cash flow. Defining what the actual initial medium goal is really. Then the next thing is you need to get help. You absolutely need to get educated. Now, you could obviously in this day and age go on the internet, go onto YouTube, whatever. There's so much information out there available to you and anybody else. The problem with that is you'll find the more research that you do, the more conflicting information that you'll have. And it's not necessarily that this person's absolutely right and this person's absolutely wrong. What you'll actually find is there's a bit that this person's saying that makes sense and a bit that this person makes sense, but they actually clash. And what happens is you get information overload, which leads to procrastination and hesitation. And when you procrastinate, any job that you procrastinate on eventually never gets done. That's just the reality of the facts. So education is super important. What you need to do is find someone in the field, like find someone that's doing something that you already like or where you want to be, and then you can then model them or see how they are, see if they have any training. You can ask for recommendations and see if there are anyone out there that is really good and will give you some education and training. A lot of people think I'm going to hold on my money and then I'll spend that money to do something else with. That is the wrong attitude. You need to really start looking at the cost of something and actually comparing it to the value that it brings in. So if the cost is whatever it is, so long as the value outweighs what it costs, it brings in more than what it costs you, then it should not be the issue. And you really need to have someone that's going to be able to give you support, because that's super important. There's no point going on a 1-day or 2-day or 3-day quick start course or buying a thing and then thinking you'll have all the answers, because the reality is you won't. You actually need something that has ongoing support, a community of ongoing support, so that you can dip in and out and ask questions as things change. We live in a world that's quite dynamic and quite fluid, so things are changing quite fast paced and all the time. What they're teaching you today might not quite be the way to do things tomorrow. So you need to be able to go back and actually have conversations with people to see what little subtle changes that you need to be made in order to actually make you successful. So again, if you're liking any of the information that I'm giving you today, please do give me a thumbs up on this video. And if you know anybody that might find this information useful, then please do let them know about it. And if you perhaps you want to skip ahead and you just really want some help, you want to get some advice on actually your marketing or anything along those kind of lines in your business, then please go over to callerzu.com, which you can see scrolling below, and you'll book some time in my diary. I'll sit down with you for free with regards to coming up with some solutions to your specific business that help you overcome those sort of roadblocks and challenges that you might be having. The third thing that I would like to touch on is what I call SOP, so standard operating procedure. Essentially, it's a fancy way of saying systems. So an easy way to start getting a system is there's going to be stuff that you do on a day-to-day basis or in your business. So what you really need to do is actually start writing those out. So as an example, in property, we might when we're trying to run ads, put ads out there on places like spareroom.com or .co.uk to actually find tenants, you might have, step 1 is click this button. Step 2 is use this headline. Step 3 is put this copy in there. Step 4 is add this pictures. Step 5 is add these videos. And what you're going to do is you're going to have one sheet of paper or like a Word doc, it could be a Google doc, whatever. And you're going to have the heading and then you're going to write them out. Should be no more than 10 points. If it is more than 10 points, it's too complicated. It needs to go into another system. You need to refine it and just have 10 sort of bullet points like that. What that does is you are creating a business, right? And at some point, someone else is going to come into your business and they're going to need to know what you know and how to do stuff the way that you want it done. And the only way they're going to be able to do that is if you've got a standard operating procedure. So actually write out these things and systems, and it's going to take you a long time. So get started early. For each task that you do, you can do that. An even easier way to do that is if you're doing stuff on your computer, you can use software like I believe Jing or Loom. .us, I think it's called. These screen recording software, and there's lots of free ones, the Screen Flow as well, lots of ones. Just message me in the comment if you want to know more tools and software you can use. But get those and actually record yourself doing the task and the operation. Then if you've got like a VA, you can actually hand that off to them to do. And that actually brings me into the third thing, which is when you're in your business, a lot of people are thinking, right, I've got to keep doing this and chasing till I get enough money so I can replace my day job and leave. So my side hustle needs to increase. I cannot stress enough, you need to replace yourself at the earliest opportunity. You have to obviously go through all the steps of your business so you have an idea of how long it takes, what needs to be done, so you can then inform and advise and train the person you bring into your business. But at the earliest opportunity, hire someone in to actually take care of those sort of day-to-day minor tasks that allow you to then focus on the key money generating activity kinds of tasks. So me as an example, as in the property management world, in that kind of stuff, the thing that brought in the money is me negotiating with landlords, negotiating with letting agents, negotiating with people to actually take on the properties. The other stuff that need to be done with the day-to-day answering calls from tenants to do maintenance kind of stuff, setting up viewings, replying to messages online. These are all things that can be done by a VA. They don't even have to be in the same country as you. You can go to these third world countries like the Philippines or India and pay where like $500 or 500 UK pounds is a month's salary to these people that have very well educated, very good English speaking and grammar. Some of them have got degrees and stuff like that, and you can hire them. They'll be more than happy to do those kind of work tasks for you. So outsource and hire a VA, or hire someone locally to you to actually duplicate what you're doing. So the money that comes into your business isn't to you put in your pocket to squirrel away, is to use to hire someone. You need to kind of do that. You can hire someone on a contracting basis and get them to work on your business from that. Then the step 5 is budget. It's unbelievable the amount of people that come in and they're trying to save all the pennies they don't want to spend. You could have the best business in the world, but it'd be like a neon sign in a basement, right? No one's going to see it. You need to shout about it. You need to tell more people about it. That old Kevin Costner film where they talk about if you build it, they will come. That's not applicable in business. If you want people to come to your business, let them know about it. Have a marketing budget, even if it's £50 a month and you're just running Facebook ads, have a budget. Let people know consistently about the products and services that your business offers. So that's it from me from now. If you like any extra help at all with any of this kind of stuff, then please do go to my diary by going to callazoo.com, book some time in my diary, and I'm more than happy to sit down and help you with regards to the marketing and things like that in your business. That's it from me from now, and I'll see you in the next video.